Rules are rules, and love them or hate them, we need rules, especially in safety. But the problem we run into is when the rules become more important than the people those rules are meant to protect. Look, it's easy to enforce a rule. In fact, it's easier to enforce a rule than it is to have a conversation with an employee. And that's because you can't question the rules. But you can certainly question a supervisor's opinion of your work. And it's in clinging to those rules that safety's gotten a bad reputation as a punitive program of consequences and paperwork. And seriously, who's able to warm up to that? How do you buy into rules and procedures? Well, you don't. You buy into standards. Look, we all have a standard for how we do our work. Some people's standards are to do just enough to not get fired. Other people's standards are to do more than expected and leave others impressed. Each person on a job site has a standard for not only how they do their work, but the way they live their lives. And no two personal standards are exactly the same. So, when you try to enforce rules, some push back because that's their standard. So here's a great way to build better buy-in to the safety program. Replace the focus on rules with a focus on creating a standard. What's the standard you expect of your team? Now be very clear about how you expect your team to act, to think, to communicate, and to work. Set a standard for your team. Get their input of how high the standard should be, and you'll likely be surprised how high they actually set their own standard for performance. But now here's the thing you need to watch for. Low performers may not want to live up to a higher standard of performance. They'll resist, complain, may even attempt to undermine the standard, but do not lower your standard. Your high performers are watching how you handle the low performers. And once a standard is set, there's no moving backwards. Set standards for interaction, standards for how often you're going to talk to your people and the way you'll do it, standards for coaching and one-on-one discussions, and biggest of all, standards for yourself, the kind of leader you'll be, and the way you'll look after your team. Focus on your standards. Rules compliance will come naturally.